What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Finance and Freedom. My name is Todd, and today I'm sharing one of the simplest and most effective strategies to know exactly when to buy and sell Bitcoin. No complicated charts, no endless technical analysis, just one simple indicator that can help you time the market like a pro. Let's get into it. Bitcoin can feel like a roller coaster sometimes. One week everyone is screaming, it's going to the moon, and the next everyone's predicting crypto is gone forever. So how do you know exactly when a good time is to buy or sell? The answer might surprise you. It all comes down to human emotion. Markets are driven by fear and greed. When people are terrified, prices usually drop. When people are euphoric, prices often skyrocket right before a crash. The reason I'm making this video today is that the market just shifted into fear, and it could go into extreme fear within the next few weeks. This is where the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index comes into play. It's a simple score from 0 to 100 that measures the market's emotions. 0 means extreme fear, and 100 means extreme greed. It uses factors like volatility, trading volume, social media, and other market momentum to calculate the number. And the best part is, it updates every single day. So how to use it? When the index is showing fear, especially extreme fear, think scores below 25, that's when you should start buying. When the index is flashing greed, especially extreme greed, scores above 75, that's when you should be selling, or at least taking some profits off the table. I know, it almost sounds too easy, but it works because you're doing the exact opposite of what the crowd is doing. You're buying when people are scared and selling when people are greedy. Remember Warren Buffett's famous line, "Be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful." This index literally tells you when that's happening. It's like the answer book. Let's take a look at the last year and see what would have happened if you followed this strategy. All right, so you can see here's the CMC, that's CoinMarketCap, Crypto Fear and Greed Index. I'll leave a link to the website down below so it's easy for you to find. But you can see there are several instances that we hit into the fear portion of the chart, and only select few did we actually go into extreme fear. Now, the cool thing about this strategy is it's kind of a choose your own adventure thing. If you want to start buying up whenever people hit fear, that's at 39 or below, that's your choice. Or if you want to sell whenever you're just in greed, that's great too. If you want to wait until you hit extreme greed, there's going to be fewer sell-off moments. Same as with the extreme fear. There's going to be fewer moments to actually buy in a ton, so it's up to you what you decide you want to do, but if you decide that you want to buy whenever you're in the fear section, just know that there's a possibility that you could go down into extreme fear. So if you purchased back here whenever the fear index was in fear mode, so about 35, let's say you bought in, and you bought when Bitcoin price was at 26,000. Well, if you held on to it up until you got into greed mode. You didn't even wait for extreme greed. You waited till here. That's 34,500 up from 26. That's almost $10,000 right there. And so you waited, weren't able to buy. You didn't want it there. Waited until this next moment. You're like, okay, this is my next chance to buy. So you bought at 56,000. And then you held off, and actually, if you wanted to, you could have sold here, but you're like, no, we're not into the, the greedy, quite enough. So you held off, and then it went down. You're like, oh shoot, it went down again. Well, you held off for several more weeks, and then you went up to extreme greed. Bought it at 92,000, even though you bought it originally at 58,000. So almost doubling your money in that course of time. And then you sold it right there, and then you got right back into it. Let's say you bought here back when things got into fear again. You bought at 96,000, and then things just started going down, and you're like, oh shoot. Honestly, if you bought here and it went down to extreme fear, I'd probably buy some more. Personally, if you have anything more to buy at that point, just keep on buying. So if your strategy is to buy whenever things go below 39 or into the fear mode, I would have some extra on the side to buy more if it goes down to extreme fear. So, but let's say you didn't do that and you bought in at 96. You waited until it went back up into greed at 104,000. So, and you can see this happens several times throughout just a 1 year cycle. So, like I said, choose your own adventure. You can wait till it goes below 39 into fear mode, or you can wait until it goes into extreme fear. Same thing with the top end. You can go into greed or extreme greed. Either way, just make sure that you're buying down here and selling up here, and here's a chart that says exactly when to do it. All right, before you rush to sell, there's something else important to keep in mind. Taxes. In the US and lots of other countries, if you sell Bitcoin for a profit less than a year after buying it, those gains are considered short-term capital gains. That means they're taxed as ordinary income, which could be a lot higher rate than long-term capital gains. Here's some charts to show the difference between short-term and long-term capital gains. If you hold for more than a year, you may qualify for lower long-term rates. So while the Fear and Greed Index can help you time the market, always factor in how taxes could eat into your profits. Sometimes it might make more sense to wait a little bit longer if you're close to that 1 year mark. All right, so this isn't a crystal ball. Always use this tool in conjunction with other fundamentals and use at your own risk. But if you've ever wondered when to buy low and sell high, the Fear and Greed Index is one of the easiest signals you can use. So the next time you're about to FOMO into a trade, check the Fear and Greed Index first. You might thank yourself later. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below for more strategies just like this one. And drop a comment, let me know what your Bitcoin strategy is. I'm curious to know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.